So hi, Jules Cruise Companion. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to demonstrate a couple of head coverings. When I post on solo traveller websites or something like that, if I'm wearing a head covering, people will often ask, do I have any tutorials to help people do a similar type of style? Now I do not, I go to Jordan quite a lot, so you don't actually have to wear a head covering in Jordan, but I choose to, and the discussions often come around about head coverings. So head coverings can be for a few reasons. It can be for cultural reasons, it can be for religious reasons, it can be medical reasons, it can be environmental reasons. You just want to keep out of the sun and you don't want to particularly wear a hat or a peak cap. And it can also just be a fashion statement, a nice bright pop of colour if you've got a plain, and I normally wear a plain block colours, and so that's my splash of colour. So it's often a fashion statement. So what I will do is do a couple of different styles, and I'll post them, and I hope you have fun just trying some different styles. And there's no right or wrong way of doing it. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, message me, personal message me. As I say, a lot of my stuff is travelling to Jordan, and I'm so happy to help anybody who wants to have a similar experience to what I've been doing. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you how to tie a scarf. It's a style that you actually see quite a lot on visitors when you're in Petra, because it seems to be the one when you buy your scarf at Petra, at the visitor centre, at a place similar to Indiana Jones, for example. They have both souvenirs and food in their little shop. Just at the top of the visitor centre there at Petra. And this is the style that I see that most ladies or most people seem to wear. So, and I will do it in two different ways, but I'll show you that when I get there a little bit. So I've got a triangular pashmina style. I've folded it in half just to make it a little bit more controlled. I found the halfway point. What I choose to do is I keep the scarf low over my brow to start with for the initial part of the tie, and then I can move it to where I want it. Oh, pesky little hair there, just getting in my way. So what I've done is I've found about halfway. The tails are about halfway, so that's wonderful. Still haven't got rid of that pesky hair because it's grey, I can't see it. What I'm going to do for this first instance is I'm actually going to tie the scarf quite tightly on one side. I'm going to do a very tight twist, and then I am going to pass it over the top of my head and tuck it in. So the next part, I still have this single tail. So what I could do is have the tail still over onto the opposite side. I could choose to bring that up and around. And I've got a little bit more of a covering for the rest of my body if it's quite windy, etc. The other thing that I could do is bring that tail back over, and it looks a bit iffy and a bit bunchy. So what I have done in the past is I will just twist it a little bit just to give it a little bit of control, find the end that I want, and then just bring that style over. So then you've got more of a covering over one side where the other one had more of an open side to it. And just giving it a twist kind of controls that larger bunch section of the scarf. So as I say, this is a style that you'll often see at Petra, for example, because I suspect that the guys in the shops, this is kind of the only style that they may know. But with a colourful scarf, it looks spectacular. Now I'm going to do exactly the same style, but that last one was with a pashmina length scarf head covering. This is more the head covering that you can purchase for a couple of JD. You don't want to pay any more than 5 JD for a scarf. 2 JD is pretty reasonable, or you could sometimes get little deals, 3 for 10, something like that, which makes them, you know, just about 3 JD, which is about 6 Australian dollars, maybe 5 US dollars. So this is a square. This is a square scarf. So it comes in several different colours. So you've got red for Jordan, you've got black for Palestine, you have white for Emirati, and you have blue because I have no idea. And it just looks really pretty. I do also have a straight blue one with colour weaves through it, yellow and red, etc., which is really quite pretty as well. So what I've done with this scarf is I've made it into a triangle. Then the next thing I'm going to do, just to make the crown a little bit smaller, I'm actually going to fold twice about a hand's width. It just makes the scarf a little smaller to deal with. And just straighten it up. So as I suspect, this is the only style that the guys at the shops in the Petra Visitor Centre happen to know. And it is very easy and it is very pretty. So what I'm doing with the tails is I'm just passing even lengths behind me, keeping over my eyebrows because then I can reposition it when I want. Now for this one, I'm going to take the one that I took underneath in the pass, and I'm going to use that as my anchor across the top. So I'm going to do a fairly tight twist on this one, and with the colour variations, it just gives a little bit more depth. So then I've anchored that there. I've got the additional triangle end is just going to cover the nape of my neck there. 2 choices. So I could keep the longer tail onto the side that I've passed it to, open it up and bring it up and under. That gives me an open feel on one side and a covered on the other. Looks quite nice. Or I can pass it to the back. Pass it to the back, just opening it up, just to have a look at how the texture of the cloth is going and how the mood of the day is. To give me another look. How easy was this? I have every faith that you're able to do everything that I do. Practice and have fun. So I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you do, give the video a like. If you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you can get a notification of any time I post anything new. I travel to Jordan quite a lot, and I have a contact with Ali Farash Jordan, and he's been my driver now for a year or so, just over a year, maybe a year and a half. And I can offer you any advice about what to see, how to get fit to get to Jordan, because you do need to be fit to travel to Jordan to really get the most out of it. What to do if in the hotter months, in the June, July type period, which months are better to travel. Just if you have any questions about Jordan, just ask me. Stay safe and happy travels.